Hello and welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy the story. I'm going to try and upload a new story each day. The Cryptic Mirror Maze. Once upon a moonless night, in the heart of a forgotten carnival, a group of unsuspecting tourists found themselves drawn to the eerie allure of a peculiar attraction known as the Cryptic Mirror Maze. It stood as a shadowy monolith amidst the flickering neon lights and the eerie calliope music that seemed to emanate from the depths of the maze itself. Little did they know that their decision to enter would plunge them into a nightmarish journey beyond their wildest nightmares. As the tourists entered the maze, their footsteps echoed ominously, creating an eerie symphony in the otherwise silent carnival. The mirrors that adorned the maze were unlike any they had seen before, twisted and distorted, reflecting grotesque versions of themselves. The maze seemed straightforward at first, but the tourists soon realized that the reflections within the mirrors held cryptic secrets. The group, comprised of Sarah, a young journalist with an insatiable curiosity, Mark, a skeptical scientist, Lisa, a history enthusiast, and Tom, an adrenaline junkie, navigated the labyrinthine corridors. Their reflections whispered haunting promises and fears. Sarah's reflection beckoned her toward an elusive truth, while Mark's taunted him with the impending doom of his disbelief. Lisa's mirror image murmured forgotten stories, and Tom's reflection challenged him with thrilling dares. As they delved deeper into the maze, the mirrors became more treacherous, each reflection more distorted and malevolent. Sarah's reflection became eerily prophetic, revealing hidden secrets of the carnival's dark history, hinting at its origins in a sinister pact with an otherworldly entity. Mark's reflection grew even more skeptical, pushing him towards irrational paranoia as he questioned the very fabric of reality itself. Lisa's reflection whispered forbidden incantations from ancient tomes, drawing her closer to the forgotten magic that held the maze captive. Tom's reflection dared him to perform increasingly dangerous stunts, making him question the boundary between thrill and madness. The tourists soon realized that the mirrors were not merely mirrors but gateways to malevolent alternate dimensions, each mirror revealing a different aspect of the nightmare that the carnival had become. Desperate to escape, they attempted to retrace their steps, but the maze had changed, its corridors shifting like the walls of a cosmic labyrinth. The mirrors conspired against them, reflecting malevolent versions of themselves, twisted and grotesque. As the group's mental and emotional states deteriorated, the malevolent reflections began to manifest in the maze itself. Sarah's prophetic reflection manifested as a spectral entity that whispered cryptic truths and half-truths. Mark's reflection took on a physical form, constantly mocking him and sowing the seeds of discord among the group. Lisa's reflection harnessed the forgotten magic of the carnival, unleashing paranormal phenomena and eerie apparitions. Tom's reflection drove him to perform increasingly dangerous feats, pushing him to the brink of sanity. With each encounter, the tourist's connection to reality unraveled further. The carnival seemed to come alive, its dark history manifesting in gruesome ways. Shadowy figures from the malevolent alternate dimensions stalked them through the maze, tormenting them with nightmarish visions and haunting laughter. Desperation led the group to confront their reflections, each facing their own personal horrors. Sarah had to embrace the terrifying truth about the carnival's origin. Mark had to conquer his skepticism and accept the supernatural forces at play. Lisa had to master the forgotten magic she had unlocked. Tom had to confront his insatiable appetite for danger. As they overcame their personal challenges, the maze itself seemed to unravel. The malevolent alternate dimensions collapsed in on themselves, pulling the group back into the twisted mirror maze core. With one last, collective effort, they shattered the cryptic mirrors, breaking the carnival's sinister curse. The group emerged, shaken but triumphant, from the maze, leaving the abandoned carnival behind. They had survived a harrowing journey through malevolent alternate dimensions, and the memories of the cryptic mirror maze would forever haunt their dreams. The carnival would never again beckon unsuspecting tourists, its malevolence locked away, at least for now. But the group couldn't shake the feeling that the darkness still lingered, waiting to return and ensnare another group of tourists who dared to enter the cryptic mirror maze. Years passed, and the tourists went their separate ways, each bearing the scars of their nightmarish ordeal. Sarah, inspired by her experience, delved into investigative journalism, seeking out the unknown and uncovering hidden truths. Mark, no longer a skeptic, became a respected parapsychologist dedicated to understanding the supernatural forces that lurked in the shadows. Lisa, equipped with the knowledge of forgotten magic, joined an esoteric society dedicated to preserving ancient occult knowledge, ensuring that it did not fall into the wrong hands. Tom, forever changed by his experiences, found a new thrill in helping others face their fears, becoming a renowned psychologist specializing in trauma and recovery. Despite their successes, they remained connected by the bonds forged in the cryptic mirror maze. They occasionally reunited, sharing their stories and reminiscing about the horrors they had faced. Each time, they couldn't help but wonder whether the carnival and the malevolent alternate dimensions still lurked in the shadows, waiting for another unsuspecting group to fall into its clutches. One fateful evening, as they gathered for another reunion, a new story caught their attention. Reports had surfaced of a carnival in a remote town one eerily similar to the one they had visited years ago. The reports spoke of strange occurrences, mysterious disappearances, and a cryptic mirror maze that was rumored to house malevolent forces. Without hesitation, Sarah, Mark, Lisa, and Tom set out to investigate. They had come a long way since their first encounter with the cryptic mirror maze, armed with knowledge and experience that they hoped would help them confront the darkness once more. As they arrived at the remote town, they could feel the ominous presence of the carnival, just as they had years before. Entering the carnival grounds, they made their way to the cryptic mirror maze. It stood as foreboding as ever, its distorted mirrors casting haunting reflections. The group knew that they had to face their past and confront the malevolent forces within once again. This time, they were not naive tourists but seasoned veterans of the supernatural, determined to break the curse once and for all. As they stepped into the maze, they realized that the malevolent alternate dimensions had not forgotten them either. The reflections were more distorted, the malevolence more potent, and the horrors more intense. Sarah, Mark, Lisa, and Tom knew that the only way to escape was to confront their deepest fears and insecurities head-on, just as they had done before. But this time, the maze seemed more determined to break them, unleashing even more horrifying visions and challenges. As they journeyed deeper into the maze, the group discovered the carnival's dark secrets and its connection to the malevolent forces. They uncovered a sinister pact that had bound the carnival to an ancient evil, and it became clear that they needed to break this unholy contract to free the town from its malevolent grip. With each mirror shattered, they inched closer to unraveling the curse, but the malevolent forces fought back with all their might. The group's bond, forged through their shared trauma, became their greatest strength. They faced their own reflections and the darkness that lurked within, conquering the malevolent forces that had plagued them for so long. In the heart of the maze, they confronted the ancient evil itself, a malevolent entity that sought to maintain its hold over the carnival and the town. With their combined knowledge and newfound courage, they engaged in a final battle, invoking the forgotten magic, harnessing their parapsychological expertise, and embracing the truth that had eluded them for so long. In a blinding burst of supernatural energy, the ancient evil was banished and the curse was broken. The carnival slowly crumbled, and the town was freed from its malevolent grip. As they emerged from the maze, they knew that they had faced their darkest fears and conquered the malevolent, alternate dimensions once and for all. The group had not only found closure, but also a sense of purpose. They decided to form an organization dedicated to protecting others from similar supernatural threats, sharing their knowledge and experiences with those who needed it most. The cryptic mirror maze had returned to the darkness from which it had emerged, and the group of survivors had become its eternal guardians, ensuring that the malevolent alternate dimensions would never again ensnare unsuspecting victims in its twisted reflections. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed the story. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.